In this episode, I take you behind the scenes in my wife's business and I talk to you about offline and online businesses. Hi there and welcome, my name's Casey Gollan. Welcome to episode number 10 of the At 10 Grow Show. We have made double figures, can you believe it? Ow! Alright, so I'll give you a little bit of a secret here. What my goal when doing these At 10 Grow Shows is to get to 1,000 episodes. That's the goal, because I just want to just force myself to video and get what it is that I do out there to help you grow your business. So join me. Subscribe, like, share, tagging everyone you can into these episodes so we can get the word out there about how to grow small businesses big. So, what's the topic of this episode? Well, I'd like to show you, this is my wife's business. We've got a Pilates business she's gone from, she did part-time, and then she got serious and took it to 1 studio to 5 studios in 14 months. And got quite a team here nowadays, running, I think it's between 25, maybe 25, 30 staff. Both instructors, admin, and all the different things. And so when you work with me, you know that I've got online business, which is obviously the stuff that I do, and I also work with offline businesses because I've got an offline business in our family, but also offline businesses with all my clients as well. Now, the thing about my wife as well, to get leverage for her business, because she's got predominantly an offline business with 5 studios and instructors, she's now rolling out an online platform as well to teach Pilates and bar around the world. So for you, if you've got an offline business, online is such a great way to generate leads, and that's what this episode's about. Lead generation for offline businesses. And basically you've got 3 different areas: online, offline, and community lead generation. So let's go through it. So online, obviously, that's your social and search. Let's just broadly put it into 2 areas. The social lead generation, search lead generation. Search lead generation obviously is when people are on the web, go to Google or Bing or one of those, and then they do some searches and they might get AdWords and they might get the search engine results, or they might go to a blog and be reading there, and then you've got your stuff in there to bring you back to your website. That's the kind of strategies for online. So you've got to be a monster at those things. Now, when you're starting off and you're going through, if you remember back to my episode on the Ad 10 progression, which I believe is episode number 7. If you remember that, when you go from solo to manager to professional to leader, entrepreneur, and magnate, you're going to start off with small strategies, and then you're going to expand into bigger strategies. And what you want to do is try a strategy, get it profitable, automate it, and then stack it. And then start another strategy, get it profitable, automate it, and then stack it. And eventually you'll end up with a whole bunch of different strategies generating leads for your business, online, offline, and through community. So that's the online one. The offline one, for a local business, I break it down into 3 areas: shop, street, suburbs. All right, and then you can go city, national, but let's just go shop, street, suburb. So basically what you want to do for lead generation is start at your shop level. So for here in my wife's business, she's on a major thoroughfare, major suburb on a major street. So we're going to make sure that her shop signage and all the different things, she doesn't have a shop, she has studios, so let's call it studio. So you're going to have the signage and everything around the actual location needs to be good, so it attracts people into your business. And whether that's great lighting or whether that's your signage, there's a whole bunch of different areas. Then you move down to the street. So what's your street marketing you're doing? So if people are coming down your street, whether it's walk by, whether it's drive by, what signs do you have out there? Do you have A-frames out on there? Do you have signage on the street? Do you have signage on your windows? Do you have signage on cars that are on that street? So I remember with my wife, she had some signage on the street, but it wasn't a lot. So I told her to get an A-frame, and then I told her to get her car. And then on a car, put a an A-frame, well not an A-frame, yes, a big sign, a big sign like this on the car with Pilates with an arrow. And she was like, why do I need to do that? I've got an A-frame out there, I've got signs on there. I said, just do it. So all of these strategies add up, and that's part of the reason why she went through hyper growth, because she just started a strategy, got a profitable automated, and then just added another one, profitable automate, and then if you have a big stack of strategies producing leads for you, you're going to grow. And that's when you need to go through the progression chart of hiring people, then building a team that builds your business, and then leading, and then taking on other deals that come to you, which is where my wife's at now. So you've gone through the offline, then the offline, then we're looking at the offline strategies actually. So we've done studio or shop and street, and then suburbs. So what are you doing in a suburb level to get business to your shop or your studio? Now in this particular business, she does a lot of pop-ups at shopping centres and also a lot of letterbox delivery. So what type of strategies have you got out there? There's a whole bunch more. But I would go, if I was you and you've got an offline business, I'd just sit down and go, right, studio or shop, street and suburbs. And that could be city as well. What sort of offline strategies have you got to generate leads coming to your business? And the big one out of that is community. What are you doing to the community out there to provide support and get known amongst your radius of clients? There's a good tool that you can use out there, I think it's called Batch Studio, where you get your database and people that have bought from you. You can upload that, it's online, and they will map out where all your customers are located on this gorgeous little map software that they've got. And what you do from there is you work out your strategies to get your message to those people offline. And whether that's signage in those different areas, whether it's letterbox drops, whether it's pop-ups at shopping centres, whether it's direct sales calls, whether it's direct knock on their doors, whether it's going to little schools or little community areas, whether it's going to business breakfast, whether it's going to all the different little nooks and crannies or events or memberships they're part of offline, and supporting the community in providing gift vouchers, whether it's gift checks. I had a photographer who did a great offline community project. It took him from being a wedding photographer to being a portrait photographer. So what he would do is you go to all the people, all the fundraising, all the fundraisers out there and offer, I think it was like a $250 gift check towards a portrait sitting. And we were able to give out a whole bunch of those different gift checks to the fundraisers. Now, why would we do that? It doesn't sound like much of a strategy, but if someone has got the money and going to a fundraiser to spend the money, they're usually quite affluent. And if they've bought that particular fundraising offer, that means they're pre-qualified as becoming a client. And then it's just up to you once they come in to cash that gift check that they've paid for to then upsell or on-sell to them. So that's a community thing. So you've got online, offline, and community. So generating leads for a business, if you're offline, that's quite easy. You want to mix both the online, the offline, and the community levels. And this is just an example for what we've done with my wife's business. And hopefully, if you've got an offline business, you can use the online stuff as well. So the online strategies, obviously, you want to know what your demographic is, and then you want to get online strategies that, and particularly social nowadays. Look at the demographics of your market and then get the right platforms, and then put your right message out to those platforms that attract that type of demographic, and then move them from the social channel back to your website. How do you do that? Real simple. 3 key areas. Have some sort of media, some sort of story, and some sort of call to action. And usually that call to action is to come back, book an appointment, get a free PDF, come to a landing page to know more about your business. So that's sort of your 3 little action steps. Anyway, that's the 810 Grow Show for today. Hope that you got a lot out of it. And you know that I know now that I work with both online and offline businesses because it's in our family and it's in my past. So if you've got an offline business and you're looking to expand with online and offline strategies, we can nail it for you. So keep listening in, because I'll cover a heap. And in fact, the next episode, I'm going to take you behind the scenes on one of the key strategies for this business. It's a real cool one, and hopefully you get a lot out of it. So we'll talk about that in the next episode. If you think that someone would love to hear this type of information, and they want to grow their business, tag them in, share, comment, and like this this particular episode, and rate it for me. Love to hear from you, love to hear you grow, and love to see your results. So you take care. Want to hear your success, and you want to join us in our Ed 10 coaching club or Ed 10 services, please do so. Come over to ed10million.com. Can't wait to work with you and do epic things. You take care. Talk soon. Bye.